There it is. Welcome, Cancer. This will be a general reading for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Cross Watchers are welcome. Happy 2020, new decade, new year, all that jazz. Welcome, 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 guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Leave a comment. Let me know how this resonates with you. And I'm going to jump straight into the reading for you, Cancers. So here we go. In pre-read, I got that you guys were pretty much in your heads about something, obsessing, so much so that I had to go ahead and leave this one, and there was another one. I guess I put it up, but you guys were obsessing about something. The top deck, at the top of the deck here on the Rebel, when I just shuffled them and just kind of got a couple of messages, stop obsessing kept popping up and ended out on top, which I thought was pretty cool because I also got an obsessive behavior card out of this deck. Okay, I just surrender my desires and I know the universe has my back. It would have been awesome had that been the obsessive card. But anyway, then I feel like you guys are obsessing over a relationship that you guys are either in at work or you guys are in just period. You could just be obsessing about a relationship, but the thing is, you guys are talking about it to someone. And I think that you've said too much. I think that there's been some things that have happened within this relationship and you are just realizing that you have said too much. This card says, when I've overshared, I simply say, wait, why am I talking? This one came out a lot when I was just shuffling, getting myself ready for this Cancer read. Wait, why am I talking? Okay, that came out a lot. So I think that you guys have been oversharing some things. Maybe a situation where you guys have been really compassionate towards someone else when they're going through something maybe that you've gone through. And somehow or another, you're putting yourself in this other person. You're judging you guys. Like, I'm putting you guys in a category, maybe like something that you guys have like gone through. And now you're like saying, oh, well, we're just such bad people, or, you know, we belong in this group of people because we've done this or something to that effect. Is kind of how I feel for you, Cancers. At the same time, though, I feel like you are balancing out, you know, like which side of the fence to belong on. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you are kind of like putting yourself in a, you know, well, I've done this now, so now I'm this. Now you're like, you know, kind of trying to like balance your emotions out with whatever this is. But I feel like ultimately you shouldn't do that. You should just accept the fact that you are who you are and not try to put yourself in a category, because either way things are going to go, you know, okay, things are going to be good. So whatever that means to the group of you Cancers out there who are kind of like balancing out something where you're wondering about how something's going to turn out. You're wondering if you're asking the universe if you're good enough, if you're asking if a person views you as good enough, the answer is yes. First of all, you shouldn't give two shits about what anyone else thinks about you. That's number one, period, point and blank, okay? You should not care what anyone thinks about you. Beyond that, though, if you are finding yourself like wondering if you're good enough for a situation, this could be a career, this could be a job. Spirit says have peace within yourself and be confident within yourself, because there's no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. You are good enough with full moon in Virgo. Maybe planning something. I feel like maybe you might even be you're planning something. Some of you Cancers could be planning to have children. Okay, wondering if you would be a good enough mother. And I do feel like that some of you, that is a sincere question that you all are asking the universe. And I feel like the universe is saying, yes, you would be. You would be a good mother. You would, but this may be something that needs planning, okay? So don't rush into this just yet, especially if you are questioning, you know, whether you are good enough. That right there suggests that you got a little bit more soul searching to do, because if you're questioning yourself, then you darn sure don't need to be bringing in another human being, because then this person's going to question you and you're going to question yourself even more. Excuse me. Goodness. Excuse me. Okay, so also I have don't back down, stand up for what you believe is right, and luck is on your side with the new moon in Sagittarius. So there may be a little bit of a feistiness to you that is coming out, you know, like either that or you're seeing this within someone else, you know, this different side of someone else. And if you are, this may be causing you to want to back down or, you know, kind of just like maybe you're watching someone being mistreated and, you know, but this says luck is on your side, so I don't really feel like it's anything like that. Okay, let's get a little bit into the tarot. We have the Ten of Swords, being in your head about something, absolutely obsessing about something. The good thing about getting the 10 is there's no more after. So whatever this is, you are coming into this energy of being over it. You're done, you're over it, you're not thinking about it anymore because you've been pretty patient with the situation. And if not, God or the universe or whatever the higher source is for you has stepped in. This is divine. This is some type of divine timing moment. All right. I also have the Empress right under Are You Good Enough in Virgo, and with the Peace card with no need to worry. For sure thinking about having children. Some of you Cancer are thinking about being mothers, or if you are already a mother, you're thinking about whether you've been a good enough mother. Doing a lot of healing. Some of you may have been keeping to yourself during this time, not really speaking with a lot of people, leaving people kind of out, people sending you messages, you're not returning messages, you're not returning phone calls, really kind of going through like your own little metamorphosis here with the Hangman. Reevaluating things in your own life, coming up with a plan for your own happiness here, gaining confidence within who you are. Gaining confidence within who you are, what you bring to the table. Knowing that you are good enough here. Something did happen. The Tower was at the bottom along with the Wheel of Fortune. Something just recently happened though. Something just recently happened that changed everything for you. And there was someone that stood by you and watched you while you went through this. And this is the person that I feel like you're connecting with, okay? But it was definitely something that happened here. Something that came in and made you think about everything differently. It created a pretty large moment for you. It was like an aha moment for you, Cancer. Okay. And luck is on your side with this situation, whatever it is. I do feel a lot like it is something that is more so you and your thoughts and, you know, feeling a certain way about yourself. Coming into your own, you know, mentally. This is more so like maybe coming out of a mental cycle, ending a mental self-sabotage here. Seven of Swords. In your head, doubting yourself, doubting the situation. You know, not going for your true happiness because you're being in your own head. The Knight of Swords also. The Knight of Swords, lots of thoughts coming in about the situation, really obsessing over the outcome, wanting to hear something from this person, you know, about, you know, family, about family. Cycles are ending though. So this being caught up in your head, this waiting for someone to come save you from your own self and your own thoughts, you know, you're just manifesting your own unhappiness, Cancer, when you stay in that energy, okay? When you stay in that energy. You had to let this go, or you're having to let this go by the end of the month. You're completely done, and you're realizing that this situation that came out of nowhere for you, I feel like, where someone... Now, I'm trying to figure out if you are actually moving towards someone, which I feel like you are. You know, I feel like you waited for someone, or someone sat there and waited for you, and like you're moving out of that situation. Whatever the case is, you realize more and more that you weren't ready for whatever it was that came for you. Maybe you talked a big game and got yourself into something where you felt like you were ready for it, but you were really obsessing about either the outcome or about doing it in general, and you don't want to, you don't want to, you know, I feel like you're coming out of that. I don't want to say you don't want to do whatever this is, because I feel like you do, but you're letting it go for your own self, for your own healing. You know, the understanding that this is a cycle and that you don't want to continue to go down the same cycle with someone or with a career or with a feeling as what you've already gone down, Cancer. I feel like you're having to come up with a plan. Come up with a plan, some sort of plan that you build yourself up. You know, you're not looking for outside people to build you up. You're wanting to build yourself up. This is about self-confidence and like understanding your place in, you know, the world, and even with the world card here, understanding your place in the world and being confident in that place, you know, understanding that it's not just, you know, oh, I made this decision or I made that decision and now you fall into a category, Cancer, but really, really seeing and believing that you are worth more than the decisions that you made in the past. Don't keep yourself in that energy though. Don't trick yourself into feeling like you're less than because of some of the decisions you may have made in the past. With time, which I also got in a pre-shuffle for you all, with time, it's going to be bring the healing for this connection, for this situation, for the emotions involved, for the people involved. With the Wheel of Fortune, things will change with time. Okay, the choices that you made won't haunt you forever. Okay, I think it's just something that you're going through currently. Okay, stop obsessing. The 10 of Wands. Okay, again, when you have 10, that's the completion of this cycle. The 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, you know, even the 10 in with the Wheel of Fortune, the 10, this is completing a cycle. Someone's ending a cycle. You're realizing that you don't want to continue to go down the same cycle, and you are the one that is being told by spirit, led by spirit, not to back down here. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Luck is on your side. You know, this is a new moon in Sagittarius. So right now, it's things that you don't even realize are happening for you that are, you know, beginning a cycle, ending a cycle, multiple cycles. There are things going on that you don't even know about right now, but luck is on your side. And for you all you have to do is really just stand firm within what you believe. Because here in time, you're going to see what was meant for you anyway. You know, love will come for you, true love. You know, it will be true love. And I feel like whatever this is something that you haven't been able to communicate. It's something you haven't really been able to talk about. This person's standing here in this, normally in the regular decks, or the traditional decks, you'll see just the 8 of Wands just being, just the 8 of Wands. But here you have a man standing kind of like blocking the communication or blocking someone from speaking about whatever this is. So again, when I got, you know, wait, I've overshared. Again, this person, you know, or you standing in front of this communication, something about this you haven't been able to speak about, or maybe you said too much about, okay? And whatever it is, it's going to change the situations for your future, and you won't be so quick to just naively jump into something, you know, jump into something without having all of the facts and what, you know, not just based upon, you know, a feeling, and then now you're beating yourself up about it after the fact. I know that sounds really harsh because I'm really blunt a lot of times, so don't take this, you know, as a personal attack or, you know, wrong or anything. This is like giving you that confidence. I'm telling you, you can do it. Do not sit around and beat yourself up. I've made several decisions in my life that I am not proud of, okay, Cancers, but there have been people that have been around me and that I've watched from. The way that I look at it is you always learn. You learn by watching people go through it, and then you kind of like judge them, or you kind of like say, oh, I would never, or this is how I would, you know, handle the situation. And then you go through it, right? And then you actually learn whatever it is that you're supposed to learn from the situation. And then after you go through it, then some years later, some time later, then you watch someone go through it again. And when you watch them go through it again, you're not as quick to jump on them on how they made their decision, because now you have that understanding. You know, now you have that understanding. And I feel like that is kind of where you're headed. You made all of these decisions, and then you went through something that you kind of looked at other people, you know, a certain type of way for going through, and now, you know, now you're sitting back and you're telling yourself, you know what, it's going, you know, you're going to see, at least I'm gonna tell you, keep living, you're going to see that everyone goes through it and handles it differently. So just stand up for your own decisions and why you believe that you made that decision, and just don't Don't beat yourself up. With the win-win outcome here, don't balance it. You've learned something regardless. So don't wish this away, whatever the situation is. Don't wish it away, Cancer. You've learned something regardless. I definitely feel like this is a mental test for you. And you did have to leave someone behind here. You did have to let someone go who you cared a lot about. But you realized that the cycles and the the toxicity that was coming into your life mentally with this person, it's just not the time for that. Okay? It's not the time for that, Cancer. And that is what I have for you. Discernment also on the bottom. I'm not sure if you guys saw that before I started shuffling. Discernment, making, you know, those decisions, making better decisions. Just not beating yourself up about them, though. Decisions here. Okay, decisions. It says, it's your decision whether you keep this up or let it go, but continuing will not change the circumstances or the outcome. We will keep that. Also, success. It says, you are, where is it? There we go. You are worthy of this success. Allow these feelings of accomplishment to fill you with contentment and self-satisfaction in your achievements. So whatever this cycle is that you just kind of beat and just kind of ran through and like, hey, bossed up just now, I feel like you just leveled up in some way mentally. I don't know, that's kind of crazy, but if this resonates with you, then maybe you understand it. But you guys just bossed up mentally in some way. No longer naive to just fall for people because of circumstances. Maybe they're going through things that you're going through, you know. Bringing in this new year with a new sense of self, this new sense of fire, this new sense of, you know, that you are enough. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Leave a comment. Let me know if this resonates with you. Guys, be vibrant. Be brilliant. Until next time, peace.